What's going on, guys? Chris here with the Tactical Outdoorsman. First and foremost, if you guys haven't subscribed, go down there, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. That'll get you informed when we release new content. So, let's get into it. Now, I'm back here to talk to you about the CZ P10-C. I promised you that I would let you know how the first shots and the first impressions went when I got out to the range. So, that happened a few weeks ago, and I'm putting together a little video review on it. So, it should be a quick video. Stick around. All right, here we have it. CZ P10-C. My thoughts and impressions on the first shots fired. Before we go any further, let's make sure that this firearm is clear. There's nothing in the magazine. Chamber is empty. All right, so let's talk about it. A couple of the things that I did not like about it. Let's start there. A lot of people rant and rave about the aggressive texture on the back strap and on the front of the grip here where your fingers sit. I was at the range for quite a while that day, and I put quite a number of rounds through this, and I found that to be a little bothersome. It started to become uncomfortable over extended periods of time. Now, that being said, it was a very hot day. It was 95 degrees and 65% humidity while I was out shooting. And that did keep the gun in my hands, which is the important thing. So, with a plus and a minus, you know, I'm okay with the texturing if I'm shooting this only for a short period of time. But if I'm out having a long range day, maybe not so much. So, just something to think about. Another thing is the magazine release. The magazine release is still very tough. We heard about that. We heard a lot of people saying how difficult it was and that it loosens up over time. I put a couple of 100 rounds through it. This still hasn't loosened up, and I can eject the magazine perfectly fine, but if I'm out and I'm presented out and firing and I want to do a speed reload and drop from the forward pointing position, I can't get enough pressure on there to do it. I have to twist the gun out to get enough leverage to hit my magazine release and come off target to do my next reload. So for me, that was a little bit of a minus, maybe a little bit more than a little bit. I don't really like the fact that I have to take my gun off target and twist it sideways to get enough leverage to hit that magazine release, but that's just me. The trigger on it is good, you know, the trigger, and you reset, and the brake. Some people were saying that this is comparable to a PPQ trigger. I don't find that to be true. I think the Walther PPQ triggers are better triggers than what are in here. However, I do believe that the CZ trigger is light years better than a factory stock Glock trigger. As far as shooting the gun, recoil was not bad. The bore axis on this is a little bit high. You know, some people talk about how the bore axis will affect the muzzle flip, and if the bore axis is not in alignment with your hand and wrist, and if it's higher, it's going to cause more muzzle flip. There was muzzle flip. Was it enough to affect my shooting? I'm not really sure. I wasn't really paying that close of attention to that, to be honest with you. But it is a thing. Be aware of it. It is something that's a little bit different with this firearm. Aside from that, the gun shot great. I didn't have any malfunctions. 100% reliability. It's kind of a tough thing to say when you only put a couple of 100 rounds through it, but 100% reliability with what I did put through it, which was not top of the line ammo. It was just some cheap 9mm that I picked up off a Target Sport, the cheapest stuff that I could find, ball ammo. So yeah, so that's it. I mean, I enjoyed it. I like the gun. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to get out to the range more and practice with it, and I'm going to see if this can make it into my carry rotation. So take it as you will. Decide for yourself. See if you like this guy. Get out to a range, maybe rent it, shoot it. If you know a friend who has one, maybe get out with them and take it for a test run. And if you like it, pick yourself up one. And if you end up not liking it, sell it. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Yep, it's hard.